go on a little ride here. This is my review of the Thruxton R, as I say. I've had it for a little while. Just got under 100 miles on the odometer. Or what is that, 300 kilometers? Just kidding. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how I like this bike, and I've been riding it for a little bit, like I said, so this will give you an opportunity to allow me to critique the things I like and don't like about it. First off, many of you know that I am a tall person, 6'4", and also I was in a car accident, pretty bad car accident, where I messed up a couple vertebrae in my back quite badly, and that affects what bikes I can ride dramatically. So I have to be very, very careful about riding motorcycles because of my lower back and the surgery that I had. Any bike that my feet are not either underneath me or behind me is a no-go. So number one thing I like about the Thruxton is the riding position. I really, what is this idiot doing? I really like the riding position. As you can see, my feet are right below me. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's being a total idiot.
You'll be dining with King Neptune by the moonlight.
So, I do like the riding position on this very much so. It's comfortable, and I'm being a tall guy, but the reason why I like it and I find it's comfortable is my feet are neatly tucked underneath me, slightly behind the neutral plane of my hips, and I'm able to lean forward on the bars, and the bars carry a lot of my weight of my torso. So when you see one of these bikes, people often say, oh, it looks like you're uncomfortable because you're hunched over, and that's not the case. The case with this, which makes it nice, is the fact that my hands and my arms, being long, support a lot of my torso weight, and my feet are right underneath me, so I actually am able to kind of spring up and down a little bit over big bumps, which would normally kill my lower back. So that's ergonomics. The other thing is these clip-ons are, I don't know, some people call them old man clip-ons, but they're not the super low clip-ons that you see on sport bikes. They're up high enough to make it a comfortable riding position. The nice thing too about this bike is its low center of gravity. It's very easy to maneuver. I enjoy that very much. It's light and small and easy to maneuver. So my last bike was a Triumph Tiger Explorer 1200, big daddy bike, very heavy, very top heavy, and not as easy to maneuver. Man, it's cold out right now. This bike being lower slung, lower to the ground, it's smaller, it's, I know Captain Rambunctious calls it flickable, so I do enjoy the flickability of this bike as well because it's so small and easy, fun to ride. Just a compact unit, it's really nice. Now, let's talk a little bit about the performance features of this bike. Since I'm not up to 100 miles yet on this bike, I'm not giving it a hot supper, as we say up here in Maine. I'm not going to really give it too much because I don't want to mess up the engine. These are very tightly built engines from Triumph, and some people say you can drive them right out of the showroom like you stole them. There's a sticker on the tank here that says to be careful about the break-in period, so I don't want to do something that's going to harm it. So I've been taking it easy. I've been being a good boy, but I can tell you right now, just rolling on the throttle in 6th gear, this thing's got like immense torque, and the engine sounds super delicious. So very exciting to ride in that manner as well. It's a 6-speed gearbox, which is cool. My Scrambler had a 5-speed with the 800 air-cooled twin, and that was a lot of fun, but it ran out of gear pretty quick. So I do enjoy the extra 6-speed. On the clock there's a gear indicator. That's really helpful if you don't know what gear you're in. It prevents you from pulling in the clutch and saying, oh, am I in top gear? Okay, let's talk about the power, the torque. It's nice. Again, I haven't been winding this up to redline, but it's got excellent snap right off the line. Very good low-end torque. Very comfortable, smooth power delivery, probably in part due to the ECM management. This is drive-by-wire, and there's different modes, but just on the normal mode, I mean, it's very controllable and very comfortable, considering this bike is almost 100 horsepower, and it's a 1200. It's a beast. So I like that. I like that a lot. Now, let's talk a little bit about the handling. The handling. Hey, look at that. The handling of this bike is, again, extremely well thought out. It has Showa forks in the front, Öhlins remote reservoirs in the back. I really like the way this bike handles. It handles really nice. It's a great compromise between a sport bike, which feels like you're riding on a hardtail, and a Goldwing, which is like a couch driving down the road. So I really do like the combination, and the suspension's completely adjustable too, and I haven't even fiddled with that yet, but it seems to handle the bumpy roads we have up here in New England very well. And have I mentioned how cold it is outside right now? Oh my word! Anyways, I do like the drivability. What is up with all these people from Massachusetts too? I can't handle this traffic. So anyways, I like the suspension a lot, and I haven't even dialed it in. It's excellent. Again, coming from a Scrambler and a Tiger, the Tiger is on the high end of their suspension adjustability as well. But I actually like the way this bike feels. It's not as plush, so it sticks to the road a lot better. The Scrambler that I had, you'll see some of my suspension reviews on my channel. I had to upgrade the suspension. It was terrible from the factory. And I know a lot of people know that. Okay, talk about brakes. The brakes on this thing, you don't want to mess with them. They are business. They're boss. These brakes will stop this bike like you would not believe. I mean, fast. Brembo dual calipers in the front, in the rear, and single in the rear rather. And man, this bike will do an endo if you're not careful. It's got ABS from the factory. It's just amazing. Let's talk about the lighting. The headlight on this is fantastic as well. I really can't believe that they can get this much light out of a single bucket, but they do, and they do it well. I like the fact that the electronics are managed by the ECM on this bike. So I did the LED tail light, the tail tidy, which you can see in another review, and I had the rapid flash that accompanies anything without an incandescent bulb. All you have to do to fix that is hold down the I button when you load the bike up and select a different mode, and the ECM actually takes care of the fact that you put LEDs on it. I mean, that is brilliant. It's brilliant they thought of that. Also, I really like the kill switch, starter switch, all engaged into one nice little package, because now you don't have to, fiddle with the thing and do this and then push a button to start it. It's right, everything's right on one switch, so that's kind of nice. It also keeps you from using the ignition to shut it off all the time. Look at this traffic. I can't deal with traffic, I'm telling you. Yes, your baba. So, yeah, I'm very much impressed. Oh, look, 100 miles! We did it! It's my 100-mile review. I hope you enjoyed it. If I have to deal with traffic anymore, I don't know what I'm going to do here. So, all in all, I'm very happy with the bike. I've done a few upgrades to it already just because why not? But this bike I'm really growing into love, even though I've only had it for a short amount of time. I very much enjoy the ergonomics, the power. Everything is well refined and well thought out, and you cannot beat the sound of that 1200 twin with the offset crank. I mean, it's just amazing. It sounds fantastic. And I put the Vance & Hine pipes on there, so we're really cooking with gas now. Well, anyways, I really appreciate you tuning into my videos and listening to me ramble. Take it easy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Ride safe.